everyone, this is Ramona coming back at you. I know it's been a while, and the person this video was for has waited a while for it as well. But here it is. Okay, so I got inboxed by a viewer who liked my video a while back that I did on candles and oils and the meanings of the colors and etc. Okay, but he had some more questions, and I'm going to go through. I'm going to actually add some things in here, and then I'm also going to answer his questions, and I have them out here. Okay. The first thing that I want to say about, okay, oh, so you guys don't even know what the question is. Okay, so, actually, yeah, I just mentioned that. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you about working with deities first, because, you know, he had, when he's let me know that he, just started working with candles and deities, and buying the oils, the matching oils and whatever at the Botanica. Okay, so that's what I like about the Botanica, is that like in Wicca, you have to like know your herbs, and you have to know how to match things up, and it takes a lot of extra oomph and work. When you go to the Botanica, they have it's amazing, because everything just matches everything. Like if you have like a Santa Clara candle, you have the Santa Clara oil, and it's like the little pictures are the same. So I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it, and yes, you have to have your herbs and everything, and as well, depending on what you want to put in there. But yeah, so it's really convenient. Anyways, I wanted to talk about the deities. Okay, a lot of people have, they'll complain about like, oh, this is not working for me. I don't know why. This deity's not, helping me out. And I just don't feel like she or he's like. I just don't think anything's happening here. So, okay, what do I have to say about that? So if you're new to the craft, okay, and you decide, you pick a deity, okay, you decide, let's just say, let's work with Anaisa, okay, because I really like Anaisa. Okay, so say if I wanted to work with Anaisa, this is my first time working with her. I've never worked with her before, but I do feel like I feel compelled to work with her. Sometimes you like you hear of other saints or other. So I want to call them a saint, because basically that's what I call them. Okay, and when you work with hoodoo, voodoo, etc., that's what I call them. Excuse me. And so I'm gonna roll my eyes a lot because I'm like thinking now. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do really is I suggest that you just don't just jump into it. You really have to develop a relationship with these saints. Because saints will either, they'll either favor you or they don't favor you. What does that mean? They'll either work with you or they don't want to work with you. Okay. But if you feel like you have some kind of connection, you're trying to work with her or work with him. And you feel some kind of connection, you just have to, give it a go. And, things are kind of very humanistic, you know what I mean? And you have to treat them the way that you would treat like a best friend, basically. You might just want to light the candle and not ask for anything, like, but invoke her, say her prayer, you know, and leave her different things. Okay, so I'm just focusing on NIEs just to give you some like examples. Okay, so if I've never worked with NIEs before and I really wanted to work with her, I really want her to bless me and help me out, I wouldn't be like, gimme, 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 you know, like I'm being funny, but yeah, that's, I mean, doesn't that sound ridiculous? If you went up to anybody else who didn't know and you were talking about gimme this, gimme that, would that person help you out? I don't think they might, but you know, 9 times out of 10, I don't think so. Not a stranger. So, you know, you have to develop a relationship with the saint that you're working with. So you might just, like I said, light the candle, you know, buy her candle, using NIS as an example, buy her candle, okay? You want to make the altar really beautiful, okay? Really nice. So you want to learn all there is about her, you know, and she'll see, she'll look and she'll see she's there, and she'll, you know, she's watching, and you know, so you want to put, you know, you want to wake her candle up by anointing it and buying her her oils. You might want to put a warm beer because she likes Corona, or like a warm beer, chocolate cigar, or like a Colombian cigar, like, you know, and just blow it all over stuff. Yellow, like you can buy her yellow rose, sunflowers. Those are her favorites. She loves the perfume, the flowers, her perfume, the perfume, the flowers, the beer, and the cigar. Get her those 4 things. Oh, and her candle. Get her those things. She's gonna love it. Not every time with the bear. Like, I know that can get pretty expensive, but you know. But as long as you're giving offerings, she will appreciate it. You know, you don't have to smoke the entire stock. You don't light the entire cigar and let the whole thing burn out. You just blow some smoke on there. You might want to leave it there just for the ritual's sake. And while you're talking to her, you might want to sit there and have a conversation with her. You know, she will know your heart. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm just using Anais as an example. You use your own saint, okay? But you do this with your own saints as well, okay? So like you might sit there and when you're by yourself and have like conversation with her, like this is, you know, this is what I'm hot, like talk to her as if she was like a really best friend, okay? You might want to have her picture her picture framed. You might not want to, you will, okay? Whatever saint you're working with, have a beautiful either statue or a picture, and yes, okay, so so again, just develop a relationship with her. Okay, now the next thing that you want to do, that's just you know, so if you this is a person who you're not just going to like use her once, okay? This is somebody who you're choosing to work with long term for a very long time, like forever, right? So that's why you have to be really careful in who you choose to bring into your life, okay? Because this is serious business. It's like getting, okay, I was gonna say, I'll say it anyways, but I didn't mean it any out of disrespect, but it's kind of like if you get a pet, right? You don't just say, oh, I'm just going to keep it for a week, see if it matches the furniture. No, you don't do that. You bring in a pet, you have the pet for life, okay? Sometimes they piss you off, and you know, they do things, but this is part of your family now. You do what you got to do. Sometimes you don't want to like give offerings and stuff like that because it's like it's a hard commitment. It is a commitment, but you do it anyway. So you commit, okay? The other thing that you need to know from that working with saints, you know, they are humanistic, like I said, so they will, if you don't worship, if you don't like give them offerings, and if you try to ignore them and act like, oh, well, you got everything that you wanted, but now you're ignoring, you're not putting offerings out, you're not doing this, okay? They will take away what they gave. You know, that's true. Because there is tithings, and I know that they say that like in a Catholic church, but there's a give and take. They bless you with whatever it is that you ask for, okay, and but you in turn have to give as well. And all they ask is for you to acknowledge them and give offerings. Just make everything nice for her in your home. Honor her as like a really good friend, okay? With your heart. Honor her in your heart, because she knows your heart, okay? And also another thing that another way to honor these saints is to just have a kind heart in general for everybody outside in the outside world, and for your family, and you know, just be kind, you know, and she gives you kindness, you spread the kindness, it glows, and you spread it. Okay, all right. The other thing I want to talk to you is about how to wake up your candles, because okay, here in his I wanted to cover this because he has said, well, I just lit my candle the other day, but he didn't say anything about anointing the candle, blessing the candle, waking up the candle, which is all the same thing, okay? Just different ways of saying it, but you have to do that. This is a step. This candle is like a poppet, okay? What is a poppet? A poppet is anything that you put life into. You give it a life, and then it works to, and you manipulate that item, in this case a candle, to do your bidding, basically, okay? And so you can't just light a regular candle. You can't just light a candle and expect it to be something other than what it is, candle, okay? You have to turn it into a puppet, okay? And I know I know my videos run long, but it takes me a while to get it all out. Okay, so because he didn't mention that, I'm just hoping that, you know, he is taking the steps. Number one, what you want to do is you need to clean the candle. You have to get rid of all the negativity off that candle, because what you're not realizing is that this candle was, unless because, okay, some candles that you buy, like if you were to go online to like Lucky Mojo or any other botanicas where these candles are already blessed, they're already fixed, okay? So the herbs are in there, the oils, everything that you need, okay? That is something that you really don't want to like wipe down with ammonia or Florida water or anything like, or whatever it is that you do. You don't want to really do that. You could, if it's a fixed candle already fixed for you, you could run it through some holy incense. Now, mind you, this is for hoodoo voodoo, okay? So we do bring in Catholicism, okay? So you want to use either frankincense or cedar wood. Those are very holy incense, and you want to run the candle through that. Just run it around. I should have breath some samples out. Oh, I didn't. So you can bless it that way. Just clean out the negativity off of the candle, okay? If, however, it's just a plain ordinary candle that you go, a 7-day Novena candle that you get at the Botanica, some of them have the pictures and the prayers on the back of it. Or others just plain Novena candle, just a red candle encased in a glass, just a candle in a glass enclosure, whatever you call it. If that's the case, you'll want to clean. Right, I have to like focus. Okay, so you want to if it has a picture on it and a prayer, be careful, but you can also, because you don't want to ruin the picture, you want to probably just wipe it down the best you can with some Florida water. If you really want to get it really cleaned up, there's been times when I used ammonia to clean it down, to like really clean it down. That I wouldn't use that on a picture with the paper on the glass candle, but if it was just like a plain glass candle, that I would wipe it down with ammonia, like especially if I've had it sitting around in my house for a long time and I have my cats here, and it's like, you know, I really just feel like it really needs a really good cleaning. And then I would again, after wiping it down with either Florida water or ammonia, which the Florida water you can find at your Botanica, or at any like Latin grocery store, you know, find it, you know. Yeah. Okay, and then again, you want to run it past, you know, some cedar wood, incense, or frankincense, incense. Okay, so that breaks up the ammonia. That gets rid of the negativity. Now, every step that you do with these candles, you have your intentions of what you're doing it. So, even when this is what you need to know. Even when you go to the Botanica, so, okay, like, you're at home and you're like, you know what, I want to do a pink candle for love, okay? So already the magic has started, okay? Because you're thinking about it, you're preparing to take steps. What steps can I do? So now you're already pulling in some energy. You're putting out the intention that, okay, this is what I want to do. You want to say it out loud, okay? I want to do some love magic. Get a pink candle, and I want this, that, okay? So every little step that you do is beginning of a ritual, okay? Taking the bus or the car on the way to the Botanica, that's a part of it. Picking things out and, you know, putting it, so especially when you get your hands on the candle, you start touching things, you know, like you're putting your intentions into it. You bring it home, now you've cleansed it of all negativity, and now you're going to anoint it. Okay, so these are all the steps that you want to take in order to bring this pocket alive, give it a life, okay, so it can do your bidding. Okay, so let me see what else is next. Flush it down, light incense, get it. Okay, so now what do you do with the candle? Okay, so now what you want to do with the candle, now here it differs and it depends on what it is that you're trying to do, and also this is where your intuition comes in. Okay, because there's many different ways on anointing candles. Okay, many different ways, because everybody, if you had like 10 different witches sitting around the table, you ask them how to anoint, how to bless a candle, they're all going to have like different ways of doing it, okay? Everybody, especially if you're solitary, you're going to have your own way of doing it, what feels right. And the more adept you become at lighting candles and working with your saints and what have you, and practicing, you're going to do what feels right for you. Okay. Okay. So for me, like if it was like a taper, those long taper, well, if I use a wick, I would have a different way of anointing that. But because we're working with glass encased candles, the 7-day Novena candles, okay, you want to, this is how you're going to, I'm going to give you a couple of ways on how to do this. Number one, if you're doing this for negative, if you're trying to take something off of you, like a hex or a jinx or whatever, you want to take your clothes off, and you're going to take the candle and rub the candle all over your body, head to toe, and you're imagining that all the negativity that's on you goes into this candle, and it's just taking all the negativity off of you. You know, you would find that with other rituals too. Like people, you would hear, you can hear stories about people doing that with eggs. They'll do that with egg all over you. Certain kind of egg, like a duck egg or duck egg, a swan egg, or something like that. Wrap all around you. Okay. Then you like throw it across roads, whatever. But in this case, you're going to take the candle all over your body, until it feels right, and really get into it, like, you know, and state that I'm taking all this negativity off of me, you know, say it out loud. I want all this negative, I want this candle to take all this negativity off of me, Okay, so that's one way of like really energizing this candle, and that is for taking something away from you, okay, something off of you. If that's not the case, if that's not what you're doing, if it is like a love candle and you're working with let's see. Again, Anaisa. We're working with Anaisa for love. Okay, so what you want to do is, and this is what I do, you get a long chopstick, okay? You get a long chopstick, and you want to first, like, just hold the candle, like, put your intentions in it, like, visualize that, you know, energy going from your hands into the candle, you know, just, meditate while you do it. Pay tons of attention, your pure intent into exactly what you're doing. You want to hold the candle, put your energy into this candle, your intent, you know, just focus. Put your hands on top of it, and visualize your energy work going from your hand into the candle, you know, and concentrate, okay? You also want to fix your candle. So I think you would fix your candle first, really. Okay, so what you want to do is take a long chopstick. You put some people put 3, some people put 4. I put 4 holes on each side, so the back, the front, the left, and the right. Okay, that either represents, to me, it represents the cross. For other people, it could represent north, east, south, west. It's more like a Wiccan-based thing, so I wouldn't, you know, I think more of the cross, okay? And then I will bless it in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, you know. And then I will then put, and make sure that the chopsticks go all the way to the bottom of the end of the candle, the bottom of the candle. So all the oils will go down there, and the herbs, and blah, 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 blah. So you want to put all the herbs that you're going to buy, that this calls for. The more you put in it, I'm trying to tell you something, the more you put into this ritual, the better, okay? For real. And also, depending on the deity, the saint that you're working with, look up online, see what they like and what they don't like, because there are some things. I'm going to tell you a story at the end of this. They'll let you know, I don't like it. I don't like what you put in my candle. I don't like it. They'll let you know. But so look up online and see what they really like. Don't waste your money and your time by putting stuff in the candle that they don't like. Okay, so and use your intuition. Use your intuition. Okay, if it doesn't feel right to you, do it. Okay, so you want to put the herbs in there, and then take the chopstick and make sure it's smashed inside, or if it's like a cinnamon stick, you want to put that in there. Or you know what some people do? They write their petition. They write their petition on a piece of brown paper bag. They cut out a little piece of brown paper bag, write their petition in there, roll it up real tight, and then stick it in that hole. Okay? And then they also have, like, you can also put, like, then you want to put your oil on there. You want to bang the candle down 3 times. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? That's bringing life into the candle. Blow into the candle. Bringing life into the candle, okay? It's fixed now. Yay! It's not a lot of work. It's not, this is not, the more you put into it, the more you're going to give, the more the saints are seeing and they're appreciating, okay? And they'll know how much energy is in that candle. They will know, okay? If they know, they'll know if you just bought a candle, brought it home, and lit it. They're going to be like, yeah, okay? They will know if you fix that candle. It's a puppet, you give it life. Like a voodoo doll, okay? You can't just take a Barbie or any kind of doll off the shelf and say, okay, this is me, or this is the person who I don't like. You can't do that. You have to actually give it life. You have to work on it, okay? And this is how you work on your candle. Okay, so, alright, now the candle is fixed. Now you want to invoke the saints, okay? So you will say it, this is how I say it. I say it by, I invoke Anaisa. Bless me with your presence in my home this day. Bless me by helping me with, or by interceding and helping me with blah, 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 blah. Okay? And you keep saying that until you feel that thing's presence there. I always feel a presence. When I do it, I always feel a presence there. But I'm not sure if it's her or if it's a spirit. But it's like, but I definitely feel like something's there, like quick, ASAP. So, I feel like at times, sometimes when I do, like a ritual, she'll actually come in later, like 1 day or 2 days afterwards. It's really weird. Maybe to check in. It's weird, okay? And you'll know, like, you'll have, like, a feeling, and it's just, okay. Oh my gosh, I cut my bangs, and now they're just, like, okay. Alright, so, where am I at? Okay, then, when you feel the presence of your saint, okay, that's when you want to say, what I do is, hold on, I have to think. Give me a second. First I want to say, and I know that this has nothing to do with hoodoo or voodoo, but this definitely comes from the time when I do Wicca, which is before I do anything, I sage myself down for protection. And I do take that from, I'm eclectic, so I take the different things from here and there, and that feels so right to me, and I forgot to tell you that part, so, and maybe that's something that you want to do as well. So I'm thinking at this point, Oh my god. My memory's like so... Oops. Okay. So, whatever. Okay, so I said what I have to say about that. Let me look. Okay, place for oil. Yeah, just, you know, say her, that's when you want to say her prayer and ask for, which I already said, ask her for what it is that you are doing. Yep. Okay, so that's all I wanted to tell you about that. Now I'm going to respond to his specific questions, and when I email him, I'll let him know where he can find the answer to his questions on the timeline there. So, yeah, the first 30 minutes is nothing that he asked for, but I just figured that it could be helpful for him, and also for other people who watch this. Okay, but here's his specific questions now. How long do I let the candles burn down? Okay, how long do I let the candles burn down? You never blow out the candle. If you're asking for... okay, I'm going to correct myself in a minute. If it's the same candle, never, ever blow the candle out. The candle should burn down completely, uninterrupted. I have been doing candles for, oh my god, 15 years, something like that. I've never ever had a problem where something spilled over, or something went wrong, like a fire or anything. Nothing's ever happened. But you will, so I feel comfortable, like even if I leave out, and this is like terrible advice to give. I feel like I should correct myself. Me, personally, Ramona Hurley, okay? Me. I'll go out, maybe like to the store or something like that, and come back home, and I'll just leave it burning. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, okay, there are ways of going around it, and what other people do as well. Bunch of different things that you can do. What you can do is like get like a small box, like a box maybe that big, like I don't know, like a foot by foot, I don't know, and like put some sand in there, so like if it ever were to fall over, I don't see how. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't see how a candle can like fall over. It's not like it's like a tapestry candle. This is like a glass encased candle. There have been times when candles will crack. They will explode. It's a very rare thing. If that happens to you, it's a very rare thing. It happened to me, but it's a rare thing, okay? But I was home when it actually happened. A big pop! So I was like, did I scare you? But it scared me when it happened. It was like a pop. Just like that, like a popping sound like that. Scared the crap out of me. But anyways, let's keep it up with this. Oh, then you can get like a little basin. Put it in water. You can put like just a little bit of water. This is only when you're out, like when you're going out. You can place your candle in a little bit of water. Keep it on your altar, but just like a small basin of water, okay? People have actually put the candle in the tub. They have to actually move the candle from the altar, and just so they had to run out for an hour, or even if they had to go for work or something like that, you know, they put it in the tub. You can't go wrong in a tub, right? Even if like you put like a little layer of water in there and just put it in the tub. I know I know. And also, you know what? Law of attraction. If you worry about something so adamantly, and I'm gonna have a fire, I'm gonna have a fire, I'm gonna have a fire. You know, somewhere along the line you're gonna have a fire, and probably not from these candles, but you know, I believe in that as well. So those are the things that you can do, but you just do not blow that candle out. Do not, because it has to burn completely down. When if you take that, smudge out that candle, everything stops. Especially if it's a protection candle. Absolutely not. You cannot blow out that candle. That's number one. Number two, if you're like trying to attract love to you, you want it to be burning all the time through, you know. Yeah, for like, there's just never a good time for you to blow out the candle unless the ritual calls for it. So like, say if it's a 9-day. Let me see. I'm thinking. Okay, so I think there was one ritual with Santa Martha la Dominadora, Saint Martha the Dominator. Okay, I think that there was a ritual that I came across. Did I do? Okay. So I think that there was one ritual that I came across which was for Saint Martha the Dominator, where you have to do it for 9 days, 9 consecutive days. And then like you probably can like say your prayer over it and then put the candle out. But you know what? I wouldn't even do it that way. I wouldn't. If it calls for 9 days, I would keep a candle lit because those then, depending on how fast the ritual is, you know, getting done, they can last up for 2 days, 3 days. I've even seen like 7 days. Those candles last for a long time. Okay, and but I would still keep it burning completely. If it goes out before the 9 days, you know, then you quickly, before the flame goes out on the first candle, you light the other candle, the one that's fixed, blessed candle, and put it in place to take care of the other one. Okay. But, okay, and the other thing is I kept on saying blowing out the candle. Never blow out a candle. If you have to put out a candle and resume it later, never ever blow out a candle. That is not good. That's actually bringing bad to your candle. Okay, so you either want to smudge it out with your hands, or you know what I do? I'll take like a book or something, and then I'll put it on top of the candle, just until it smugs out. What's that word? You know what I mean? Like until it goes out, and then it's fine. Just remove the book and whatever. If you're like the one who just you relight your candles, you also might want to get like those clicker ones. It looks like a gun, but it's like a lighter, so you can get in there. I've used incense sticks and stuff like that when I had to like relight a candle or whatever. Okay, so that answers that question. I wouldn't ever blow out a candle. There's been times when I tried to blow out a candle, and here's a good one. This guy's gonna be like, what the heck? This video is so long. There have been times when I try to put out a candle, because if I knew I was going to be not just out for an hour, but all day long. And like, so I try to blow out a candle, like a protection or love or whatever it is that I was doing. The candle actually pops back on. I put it out and the candle pops back on. If the candle pops back on, leave it on. That's your saying, leave it on. You need it on. Okay. So look for signs also in your candle, because mind you, these are puppets now. You've given this candle life. Okay, so it's gonna act like a life. So the candle's going to be like really wild, and I'm going to get to that in a moment about reading your candles. Okay, how do you put them out? Oh, I just answered that. Okay, when should I expect results? Okay, so when do you, that's a difficult question. And that's like, I remember asking that question a trillion times. When I started, you know, jeez, you know, for me, and it changes for everybody. 3 days for me was my lucky number. It will happen within 3 days. Most likely for you too. If you put enough power into your ritual, if you put enough energy and intent into your ritual, if you do everything, if you've created a relationship with your saint you're working with, if if you're just putting your oomph, you totally believe in everything that it is that you're doing, you're putting it all in there, okay? You like really put a lot of power into this, okay? It will work, especially if your saint favors you, it will work, okay? And you'll know at whatever point that, oh yeah, she's favored, she is helping me out, okay? It will. 3 days. 3 days. You will see. Okay. 3 days. But now here's where I tell you where you need to learn how to read your candles. Okay. So as the candle is burning, number one, watch the flame when you first light it. Uh-oh, can you see who's calling me, please?
294321. You can't even answer, it's like 10.
Hello? I'll call later. It's not anybody else. It's something else. Sorry about that. Okay. So, where was I? Okay. Yes, you need to. So important, because this is how you're going to find out results. Okay. When you first light your candle, the first sign for me is that I put a lot of power in it is when the wick, it snaps. You see like a little like explosion, kind of like that. Just from the wick alone, it'll go down and go. That to me means I put a lot of power. I put a lot of my energy in there. I'm like, yeah, that's a good sign. Okay, and then the other thing is that you want to look for is the wafting. And all this information you can look up online, okay? The wafting of the smoke, where the smoke waft off to the north, south, east, west. It's really great if you're asking for something and the smoke wafts off, or the incense wafts off and goes straight to you. You don't even have to read the candle. You're gonna get what you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. That's a clear indication. Okay. Okay. Alright, another thing that you can look for is, okay, so the wax is burning, so the wax is burning down. Oh, the flame, the size of the flame. When I was working with St. Martha Dominator, OMG, there was this one flame, and I can't remember what that meant, but it was like leaning towards this way. I think it was to the right, and it was big flame, like, I'm not even joking. The flame was as high as like half the candle. I'm not joking. I got so scared. I'm like, oh my god, you know what? That meant that I was going to get what I want. That's some crazy stuff. That means that you can get what you want. Okay? That's her way of saying you gonna get it. Alright? If the flame is little teensy wincy, it's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get what you want, but sometimes when you want, okay, something's wrong. When you see like a give the candle some time to roll up and do something. But if it stays, it's wincy, little flame through the whole thing, something's wrong. Okay. I want to give you an example of what could be wrong. Could mean that you're going to get what you want, but first you have to take care of steps A, B, and C, and then you can ask for D, which you're now asking for with a tiny little flame. Okay? So let me give you an example. Say it is that you're trying to get the love, like you're doing the love candle, okay? So, okay, and you get a little tiny flame like that. That means that you have to do something before you can start doing this step here. So what you might want to do is take a spiritual bath, which I have like I have a video up there if you want to take a look at that. You might want to do a spiritual bath first. If you have really bad luck in love and stuff like that, you know, depends on what you have to do. You might even want to go to see a witch, a botanica, and have her do a reading for you. She's going to make you do a spiritual bath anyways. She won't touch you unless, you know, she like, oh, I feel the negativity off of you. You have to get a reading, because she doesn't want any bad spirits hanging around her, you know. So she'll tell you, do a spiritual bath. But anyways, you will have to do a spiritual bath. It's a good step to take first. To get off the negativity, anything that's preventing love from coming to you, okay? Then you might want to, so that's breaking negativity, hexes, and also you want to do that first, and then you might want to do, some people mix their herbal baths all together. They might do the negative, to get rid of negativity, love, and money, and they put it all in one. I don't think that you should do that, especially if you have really bad luck, like for long term. That I suggest that you take care of your business first with the spiritual baths of only trying to break down the negativity, get rid of the hex and curse, and then you were going to work with. See, that's another good example, sort of step by step. Okay, then you want to do the love. Then you want to do like good luck. Then you want to do like prosperity. So that's all the same thing, but like there's certain steps. Then after you've taken like certain steps, you might also want to do, like after the spiritual bath, like you also might want to do, this is just an example. Maybe you want to do like a honey jar. Have like a honey jar that's going to be there, and you know, to make you sweeter. You know, sometimes we have such a hard exterior You know, so you might want to do like a honey jar. Do like a ritual that's going to make you sweeter, make people think that you're sweeter, nicer, and make or you know, not just make them think they will be nicer and sweeter. And then maybe you can go and light that candle. Then, ta-da! And then you will see the flame big, okay, or normal. Look for a bobbing, like a chatty flame. Means that your saint is debating on your behalf, okay? The other thing is that, wow, this is a long, a bobbing also could be that there's a lot of spiritual warfare, okay? If the candle is just bobbing high, low, I'm not like a little tiny bob, but high, low, snapping, crackling, popping. You know, if your candle's acting really funky, I mean, there's going to be meaning. So if you're like trying to draw a particular person with to you, that's your saint trying to like work it out with her ancestors or whoever's protecting her, okay? Because if she's not in hoodoo or voodoo, she still may have ancestors around. Because we have our loved ones helping us all the time. So it might be combating each other and trying to bring in what you're saying is just battling it up for you. And depending on how it goes down. So also you want to look for like soot on the candle, or you might like see like rings of wax. That means that there's going to be some blocks to some more work has to be done. It may mean that you have to take a spiritual bath. It may mean like you try different things. Sometimes it just means lighting another candle. Keep lighting it. You keep asking your saint to help you out with this, and until your candle burns like completely clear, nice and clean, no stuff. Then you're gonna get what you want. Okay. If it's really sooty looking, another sign that you're going to have to relight a candle, relight until the soot is gone. You might have like soot on half of a glass. If there's soot on only half of the glass and it's clear on the other side, that usually means that it's an emotional thing. You're too emotionally involved. And you need to step back and chill from it. Chill out. Think about this before you do, because something's not quite right. Maybe, you know what I mean? Just stop and evaluate why you're doing this. And maybe you have to step back and let the saint deal with it. Or just leave it, I wouldn't say leave it alone, but I would definitely say for you to just relax about it. Because here's the secret. Not such a secret. We all know it. People who work with candle work, okay, and rituals. The more you do not worry about your work. The only time you think about your craft is when you're actually doing it. If you're sitting on the computer like, oh my god, I wonder if it's gonna work. Oh my god, if it's gonna work. If you're driving in a car, oh my god, if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Whatever it is that you're doing in your life, and you're really putting worry and concern in. Oh my god, I'm not gonna get it. Oh my god. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm gonna go into the room and I'm gonna go check on the candle now. That is taking away from your progress from anything, okay, from the ritual that you're doing. You're taking that energy out of the candle. It's true. So once you do your ritual, leave it alone, walk away, done. Okay. So what else can you read in the candles? You can also look when the candles melt down. A good indication of going, your candle should be clean burned. That's when you know that you can stop doing whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to get what you want. But if your candle is nasty, there's been times when I've seen my candles like nasty, mucked up, gucked up, nasty looking, like gross look. When you're just like, you lift it up, you're like, ew, either somebody hexed your candle because people can, especially if you know that there's somebody, like if it's a protective candle, let's just say, and you know somebody else is out there trying to do something to you, whatever it is, they probably jinxed your candle. Or again, you might have to do a spiritual bath of your house and your body. You might have to bring some holy water in. Again, I'm eclectic, so that's what I would do. That means, something really is not right. If your candle turns absolutely black, okay, and that's happened to me before too, that means definitely shit's gone bad. It's true. And you really need to work on yourself. Really, really need to work on yourself. You can look up online. There's different things that they'll tell you what you can do. In that case, you even might want to go to the Botanica and again get a reading. I do tarot cards, but I wouldn't rely on myself. I want to rely on somebody else, because sometimes you get too emotionally involved, and you're not thinking right, okay? So go outside of yourself and try to find, why is my candle turned pitch black? Because that usually means that somebody did hex you. You're hexed. Okay. There's difference between really sooty, messy, and then black. The candle just goes pitch black. The last time I did a candle, and I'm going to try to wrap this up before 1 hour. Sorry, I know this is a lot. I was actually working with Anais. I was in a living room, and all of a sudden I heard a pop sound. I was so I was like, oh my god, what the hell is that? So I went into the room, and guess what? The glass case, it just broke. It didn't fall apart, okay, but this is exactly how it broke. From the top, here, let's pretend this is my candle. It cracked all the way from the side, all the way across the bottom, all the way up to the other side, okay, and then on the middle, it cracked all around here, and then on the bottom, it had the letter A on it. A for Anaisa. I was so scared. I was like, so I went to the Botanica and I asked the woman who ran the shop. She was like, don't worry about it. She was like, you have, a lot of negativity around you, and I did. It just meant that she caught whatever it is that they were throwing at you and broke it. So I was like, yay! So that's what that was all about. Okay, another time, this is a long time ago, 2 years ago, I was, this was for somebody, and this is whatever. Okay, so in Wicca, they tell you not to do magic on behalf of somebody else unless they specifically ask you because of free will. In hoodoo and voodoo, they don't really believe that. But there was somebody, I'm not going to go on and tell you the personal details, okay? But there was a woman in my community, and I did a prayer. I was lighting candles for her children and herself, because she was in a spot, okay? I still don't know who this was to this day. Kind of wish I kept the candle, but I was just like, maybe if that's like not good. But anyways, in the candle there was a clear picture of a man's face. You can see like the brows, the eyes, the nose, the face. It was like a face that took up the whole candle. Yeah, that shit was like, I was like, is that the man who's like bothering her, or is that, I have no idea. It was really weird. To this day, I don't know who that was. Anyway, so that goes to show you as well, like, pay attention to your candles, pay attention to them, because they will tell you all there is that you need to know. If your candles look disgusting, so I already said everything that I need to say. If you feel like you need any more questions, I'm sorry that this has gone on for like a long time. But I hope you enjoy this. Okay, bye. Love you. If anybody else needs any advice about anything, ask me. I'm here. And please like my comment and share and subscribe. Okay. Love you. Bye.